Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling something super practical, practical English, and that is cleaning vocabulary.
Oh, wow.
And there's more to it than you might think.
Right.
Yeah. Like, it's really interesting how much language goes into just this very,
Every day.
yeah, day-to-day thing.
Absolutely. And it's a good reminder that learning English isn't, just about the books or like a structured class.
Yeah.
It's about experiencing the language in like your daily life,
Right. Like, have you ever thought about all the different ways you can talk about cleaning a kitchen?
It's funny you should mention that. I was actually just thinking about that the other day. How many different words and phrases we use just for that one room.
Right.
We wipe things down, we scrub stuff, we load the dishwasher, we polish appliances. It's like every action has its own specific verb.
Exactly. And it's not just the verbs either. There are all those nouns too, like mops, brooms, dustpans. Like, they all really paint a picture of what's going on.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's start with maybe the most basic cleaning task, and that is dusting.
Dusting. Oh, dusting.
Right.
The word itself kind of conjures up, that image of like the back and forth motions. And it kind of makes you feel like you're already doing the chore.
Right. Our source actually has a great example sentence here. It says, after neglecting my shelves for weeks, I finally had to dust them.
Oh, yeah. I can practically see the dust bunnies piling up.
Right. And did you notice how they use the word neglect in that sentence? It kind of highlights what happens when you don't dust.
That's such a good point. It's like the language is trying to motivate us to stay on top of our cleaning.
Maybe. So we've talked about dusting, but what about scrubbing?
Scrubbing, yeah.
That takes a lot more effort, right?
Absolutely. It's like way more intense, maybe even aggressive.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to get that burnt food off the bottom of a pan.
Exactly. It's almost like you're in a battle with the dirt.
Yeah. A real battle.
And even the word itself, scrub, it's a short, sharp word, just like the action itself.
It really is. That actually is a great example of how the words we use reflect not just the physical actions, but the energy behind those actions.
Totally. And speaking of energy, how about organize? That's another big part of cleaning.
Ooh, yeah.
But it's not just about tidying up. It's about creating order and control.
Yeah.
Think about a perfectly organized spice rack or a color-coded closet.
Ooh, that's nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Our source talks about organizing your closet by color to help you find things more easily.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it's even more than that. I think it's about like creating a sense of calm, like a visually appealing space.
Totally. It's about taking control of your space and making it work for you.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, does this desire for order and control, does that vary across cultures?
Ooh, that's an interesting question.
Right. Like, is organization as important in other parts of the world? I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah, it really is. And it makes you realize just how much culture is baked into these seemingly simple cleaning words.
It really does.
Yeah, like what might seem straightforward to us could have totally different meanings in other cultures.
For sure. It's interesting when you think about all those little phrases we use when we talk about cleaning.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Like, let's get this place sparkling.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny how it's like a team effort, right?
Right.
Like everyone's working together.
Yeah, it's like a cleaning party.
Exactly. And it makes me wonder if this whole team cleaning thing is like a cultural thing,
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Like, do other cultures have phrases that are more about like individual responsibility instead? I don't know. That would be interesting to look into.
That's a really good point. Our source actually mentions a phrase that does seem to be more about individual responsibility.
Oh, really? What is it?
I'll take care of the chores.
Yeah, that definitely sounds more like someone taking charge.
Right. It's like they're claiming ownership of the cleaning or maybe even offering to help out.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on the tone and the situation.
Exactly. And that's what's so cool about language. It's not just about the words themselves. It's about how we use them.
Totally. So much meaning packed into those everyday phrases.
Okay, so we've talked about let's get this place sparkling and I'll take care of the chores. What about time to tidy up?
Ooh, time to tidy up. That one's interesting.
Right.
I mean, on the surface, it seems pretty simple, like just a reminder to get things organized.
Right.
But depending on how you say it, it could also sound kind of urgent or maybe even a little judgmental.
Oh, yeah, totally. Like if you say it in a lighthearted way, it's just like a suggestion. But if you say it with like a sharp tone,
Ooh, yeah.
then it's like you're not happy with the mess.
Exactly. It's like we're using language to kind of control the situation.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's there.
For sure. And sometimes you just got to be direct, like, can you help me out?
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Right.
Straight to the point.
Exactly. But even that phrase, you wouldn't really say it to just anyone. Like,
Probably not.
it's like you have to have a certain level of trust and familiarity with the person.
You're totally right. It's like even the simple cleaning phrases can tell us a lot about our relationships with other people.
Absolutely. So we've talked about a lot of different cleaning phrases,
Right.
but how can we actually practice using them?
Well, our source actually has some fun activities that can help with that.
Oh, cool. Like what?
Well, the first one is called Describe Your Cleaning Routine.
Sounds interesting.
Right.
I mean, it's simple, but I bet it's a really good way to practice using all those verbs and nouns we've been talking about.
Exactly. Like you have to think about the steps involved, the tools you use, the areas you focus on.
Right.
And it might even make you more aware of your own cleaning habits.
Yeah, maybe you'll realize you're doing things in a really inefficient way.
Uh-huh. Maybe. So another activity they suggest is daily conversations.
Daily conversations.
Yeah, it's basically about trying to sneak cleaning vocabulary into your everyday conversations.
Oh, that's a fun challenge.
Right. Like you could tell your friend about your cleaning plans for the weekend or complain about a tough stain.
Or you could be like, wow, your apartment is sparkling. How do you do it?
Exactly. It's all about making language learning a part of your daily routine.
I love it. So what's the last activity?
The last one is role playing.
Role playing. That sounds fun.
Right. It's like you and a friend can take turns being the cleaner and the person who needs help.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right. And you can use all those phrases we talked about, like, can you help me out? Or time to tidy up.
And you can really get into character.
Totally. And you know the best part about role playing is that it forces you to think about things like tone of voice and body language.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like taking language learning to the next level.
Exactly. It's not just about the words, it's about how we use them in real life situations.
So true.
It's really amazing how just talking about cleaning can teach us so much about language and culture.
I know, right? It's like we use these words every day, but we never really stop to think about what they mean.
Exactly. Like I know for me, the word chore immediately makes cleaning sound like a drag.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's like, ugh, I have to do this.
Right. But maybe if we use different words, it wouldn't feel so bad.
That's a good point. What if instead of chore, we said ritual or like refresh?
Ooh, I like that. It sounds so much more intentional and positive.
Right.
Yeah. Like you're not just cleaning, you're creating a peaceful space.
Exactly. Speaking of positive words, what about let's get this place sparkling?
Oh, yeah. That one's definitely more fun than just saying time to clean.
Right. Like sparkling makes it sound so much more exciting.
Yeah. Like we're not just cleaning, we're making it magical.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me wonder if other cultures have different ways of talking about cleaning.
Oh, that's a good question. Like maybe some languages have more poetic ways of describing it.
Right. Like cleaning is an art form or something.
That would be so cool to learn about.
Definitely.
And you know, for anyone learning English, this is a great way to expand your vocabulary.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And don't forget about those fun activities we talked about.
Like describing your cleaning routine and trying to sneak cleaning words into your conversations.
Exactly. And if you're feeling brave, you can even try some role playing.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun.
Learning a language should be enjoyable, so find what works for you and just have fun with it.
I love that. Learning should be fun.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into cleaning vocabulary.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And remember, keep practicing your English, and maybe you'll even find a new appreciation for cleaning.